Hey everyone, it's Gab. I stream on Twitch. You can find all the relevant links down below, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Looks like they're playing the mono black coffers deck. The deck's a little scary. A bad matchup. I'll update the stream deck. Check out the stream deck. It's the same list I played a while ago. They play a million builds. That part's a little annoying. Definitely not getting basic mounting in that deck. I don't have to upload a new deck. I think I just have to set one of the old ones as current. It's slightly different. Fable. Spell Pierce would be a good draw. Let's get work here against Field of Ruin. I just doubled down on Steam Vent or Stomping Ground for now, probably. I want to be doing. Get a Steam Vent, they're going to target Jetmir. Stomping. I guess if they target Jetmir, it's kind of good for me. You know, get Steam Vents. If they target Jetmir, then I can get it back with Wrenn and Six in mind. Could have maybe gotten another Triome. Actually, yeah, maybe should have gotten Grixis Triome. What phone should you get? I'm not a phone expert. Fable. So they just start playing Dwarven Mines. Why not try? It's good against both. Fetch Dwarven. Turn late, but I'll take it. I think this is kind of a scary matchup a bit, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad matchup. Just the games feel close. I think someone in my chat the other day was saying they've never lost to that deck with Creativity. And I don't think I've lost to it either, really. But fetch now? Difference? Does make a difference. It does make a difference, actually, if you get a Dwarven Mine. Atom. And Surflop and stuff. I'm just gonna get... Oh, they play Shadow of Doubt too, right? Stop. They try so hard. Alright, they need to Invoke Despair. It's still like kind of it kills my Wrenn. Pretty good for them, but I get to keep my stuff. Good draw. My deck is open on they're playing like let's see, I don't really need Blood Crypt or that ending maybe. I need the lands either. I'm not sure what I should go for with Wrenn here. I'm safe to just plus Wrenn one more time since now I have Teferi to protect from get that Bloodsheath first in their deck. March potentially. Sure. Wrenn ultimate seems kind of safe, but what am I supposed to do here? Teferi minus? Oh. 2 bolts, 15 damage right here. Idea of getting back Steam Vents though. They have March in their deck to gain life. Guess I'm gonna get all greedy.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Creature. And Planeswalker. Invoke Despair. But not for me.
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
Fable, I guess. Ride or die. Their deck is a little mid when it doesn't do the covers thing.
The next label play.
The next label play.
Or Teferi over Bolt. I don't know. With that Urborg, I can almost cast an Archon. Wrenn and Six, what a card. Alright, so they get Thoughtseize if they want to. They don't have much with their Karn deck. They get a couple Veil, which is nice. Leyline of Sanctity is pretty good too. Seizure could be good, Bolt could be good. Binding, Wedding and Ending doesn't do it. Like, Ending's probably one of my worst cards. It's turn 1 Relic. They're both pretty bad. Could do some Beseju. Oh, I have Alpine Moon matchup. Brain's Track It Rich, but it's not the greatest against a million relics. With 4 Relic of Progenitus. You get some bindings. Necromantia, no. They're playing a Karn deck. They don't have a ton of. Guaranteed has been called. Yeah, I mean, they have access to the Stone Brain, but it's not easy for them to get me. Also, Emerald's pretty poor against a bunch of edicts and stuff. Beseju on coffers might slow them down a bit. Might be worth it. Being able to get rid of a relic. Track It Rich kind of nice against them. I guess it's bad against Karn, but it's good against their slow ass draws, and it's good against Fatal Push. Like, not super easy to combo them. I have Wrenn. Turn to Fable's not the worst, or turn to Teferi not the worst. Probably should just keep this hand, it's fine. But I wish that Strike It Crit was something else. I mean, maybe an ending to get turn 1 relic. I might just not play it. I'm not doing anything on turn 2 sounds kind of bad though. Lures in a Lotus Petal. Well, they don't know it. Just get another Steam Vent. I'm scared though. I guess I'll just get Blood Crypt. Hopefully they don't have Fatal Push. They don't have removal for Fable to okay. So unlucky. Literally 1 outer. It's really good, obviously. What's the deal here? How do I don't do much? My Arid Mesa say go. Because discarding Mountain was old greedy in the first place. Oh yeah, I forgot to uptake Wrenn, yeah. That sign and they kept both relics. It's not the worst. I ever fetch here? Want to draw? I don't want to draw a Triome, right? Should fetch for a Triome. Triome that casts a Teferi. I have Spell Pierce in my deck. That would be a good draw, probably. You want to get blue? I guess I have Steam Vents and Foundry left. Matters too much. Yeah, if you have double down on green. Swamp's a little scary. Swamp gives them 8 mana. Enough for Karn Stonebrain. That's creativity for 2, right? They have 2 removal spell as well. I don't think they have anything weird. What are my other options? I mean, nothing great, really. I guess I should have double removal spell in hand. It would be like... I mean, they don't have a land. They probably don't have land, so they have 3 spells. But I don't think this is getting much better. They still haven't sacked Relic, which is kind of scary. It looks like they have double removal spell. They're not even sacking Relic first. Yeah, maybe I played bad. Maybe I got a little greedy. If they hadn't sacked a Relic, they didn't seem like too worried about anything. And if I give them a draw step... I mean, I could have played a Teferi this turn. Been kind of okay. I've punted. Like, I could have, like, yeah, played Teferi, minus, play a fetch, draw cards. I don't know. Giving him more draw steps against Karn is all scary. I'm kind of stuck with a hand that does nothing. It's kind of nuts that I just drew the one thingy. I guess I should play the garden with Teferi in my hand, right? Tough matchup? Not really. I think it's a good matchup. Yeah, as in tough, as in like the games are like kind of close, sure, but I mean the only reason I'm losing this game is because I drew my mountain in my top like 2 cards or something ridiculous. It's super unlucky. This matchup should be favored for mono black based on what? Have they played the matchup? They're gonna tighten my face. Lose green, black, blue, red. I'm gonna lose. Hold for Karn. Yeah, that's kind of what cost me the game, honestly. I think Binding is maybe nice. If I can target Relic and if they sack it in response, at least I have Binding left in play to sack to them. It's kind of what cost me this game, honestly.
Less than 3.
It's kind of poor sideboarding by me. Hey Roger, appreciate it. Thanks for the resub, 14 months. Let's see. Bindings. Still on Boseiju? Yeah, on Boseiju for more Bosejus for their lands. Before Binding is all much. Yeah, Stonebrain Emrakul because of Stonebrain. No, take my chances. I have ways to kill an Emrakul. Even Karn for Bridge. Always Bolt Out because it only deals with Karn, and I think Binding's just probably better. The worst hand. Kind of a weird hand. Doesn't have turn to Wrenn. Binding's kind of a brick right now. Does have fast creativity. I wish that Strike It Rich was just a bit. If I keep, do I play Mine on one or do I play Fetch? What do I fetch for? I wouldn't mind just discarding these Strike It Rich to Fable, honestly. Like I have to turbo at that Fable. Could keep, play Fetch on one, get one of my white Triomes, and see what I draw. I guess Dwarven Mine on one gives me Wrenn as a top deck. Want to go Fable, Creativity. Alright, no basic mountain plays. That's all I'm asking for. Thank God. Yes. I want to get rid of Binding and Strike It Rich. Teferi to get rid of an annoying permanent.
From the ghastly Eyrie, I can see to the ends of the world, and from this vantage point, I declare with utter certainty that this one is in the bag.
Is looking pretty good, yeah. GL. Your only motive stuff is Paper, Legacy, Discord, Saturday tournament. It's like, what, Paper tournaments on via Discord, kind of? Playing first. My hand is great. Literally great. Oh, Yegi. If any say. Here in Steam Vents, I guess. A Jetmir and Mountain. They're playing what? Probably Jeskai, fair Jeskai. Could be Jeskai combo too. They both get Giganta, I think. Oh, okay. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Just play the fetch and see what happens. Zoo? Is it Zoo? Is it some... Could be like a Niv Brew, could be a million things, right? Might be right. The chat is always right. I care if they buy my Teferi, because there's no rush, right? Just chill, right? Just end one. Even bold the other one? Are you going to? If they have Ragavan. Have Dwarven Mine for Ragavan. Oh no, it's 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's... Oh yes. Thanks for the resub. Once was a Prime Gaming sub, you love to see it. Or Jeff Bezos. I think Jeff Bezos sheds a tear every time someone uses a Prime sub. Really well so far, obviously. And it's kind of nice that after Teferi, in case you have red that dodges cheap removal. Get the second Steam Vent. I tried that Teferi to victory, pretty close. Blood Crypt or fetch land for Dwarven Mine. This thing doesn't even have trample, right? You want to start piling on the tokens. Speaking of historic, 23 and free and back to number 1. My historic blue-white control equation is a sick addition. God, I can't dodge it. It's everywhere. And 40 loot plus free lands really improve consistency and improve the red-black matchup. So that's cool. Free lands is wild. Free 4 farmlands. Only 1 Castle Vantress. Oh, Jin. Wow. And that looks like a super metagame list. 4 Soul Partition, 4 Purge, 4 Change. As the meta is just all red-green decks, red-black decks. Should I spell pierce that bolts? Got too fancy. Seems fine, right? Yeah, I think it's good. I'll get Savai, not that far from Archon. Cycling, play Dwarven Mine. I mean, they need a bunch of tribal flames, I guess. They need something for Teferi, for Wrenn. I want Colin to be a real card, as in play it in other formats. Yeah, I mean, it's so powerful, though. It's a really, really dumb card. They play Stubborn Denial. They don't have much for that color mana, though. I mean, I could play Giga Safe, I guess. It's not like I need to creativity for more than one. I can just like play Dwarven Mine, say go. Creativity at instant speed. Punished. Just cast it. I don't know why I bounced a creature too when I was gonna do creativity anyways. Alright, let's see what some of the latest domain zoo have in stock. Chain to the Rocks, Phosphorus Storm. Binding, Hidetsugu. They can bring in Tyr. They can bring in Hidetsugu. They can bring in Teferi. They can bring in Veil. That list doesn't have Orvar. This list does have Orvar. They want my own Veils? Veil seems kind of good, right? Well, yes and no. It's pretty reactive, but I think this matchup's probably kind of tough. Their creatures hit really hard. And they have annoying interaction. Spell Pierce out. Well, Spell Pierce could be good because they might not be able to keep a ton of mana up. The Spell Pierce might counter their interaction, but yeah, let's see. All the removal, all the Teferi, the bolts. I don't have much to bring in, so I could bring in Veil. I don't think bringing in Leyline makes a ton of sense. Could bring in Strike It Rich. I could bring in a Boseiju for their own bindings. Yeah, Spell Pierce does look kind of bad. I think I like Strike It Rich and Hidetsugu. Kill their 1-drop. Get a Fret? Nah. Veil. Veil seems decent. It's like Orvar, Stubborn Denial. Chain to the Rocks. I don't think Chain to the Rocks is good against me, is it? You don't want to be reactive and be like, I mean, Chain to the Rocks is, I guess it's okay against a Fable token and stuff, but I'm getting an Archon into play. Probably tough for them. That's perfectly fine. Removal spells. And a Wrenn. Not perfect, but land heavy. That's solid. I should fetch for. I guess I can't do binding on 2 if I do on tap land on 1. Should maybe just play into Stubborn Denial. That means they're don't get to dash Ragavan. You fetch Stubborn Denial my bold, then I get to Wrenn minus on the Ragavan. They find trades. They mulligan, so them having 2 Ragavan is not as likely, but I could see someone keeping 2 Ragavans. And Ragavan's probably better than some of the other cards they can keep. But they only have like a Surge. I mean, I guess a Surge like a Stubborn Denial is willing to run into Surge. Do I want to do basic Mountain here or Sacred Foundry? I do Mountain into Stomping Ground. I might have to do Foundry anyways. Foundry right away. They're not like a super. I mean, they have Tribal Flame, so they can burn you out. Still mostly counting on their creature. Not the most useful Wrenn, but you never know. Did draw back-to-back lands. Scary for sure.
Check it out. Here's the ways to qualify in June. If Historic is your jam, we have 2 different play-ins, best of 1 and best of 3, and as well as the qualifier weekend, all Historic,
even play
all
a
the
bit
time,
of the
coming
best
up
of
next
ones.
month. Well, if Historic isn't your jam and you're more of a limited player, guess what? July is where it's at. The Arena Open, of course, is going to be limited, as well as the qualifier weekend, and it's Lord of the Rings limited. I'm so excited for this set coming up.
Are they in the tank, or are they making themselves a sandwich?
You're very excited. What are you most looking for?
So for me, Maria, it's one of the coolest things about March of the Machine is the existence of the Multiverse Legends. And that slot with the reprints in it just creates these little mini build-around games that players can either choose to, really lean into or choose to ignore if they think that they can't really get the pieces. So I'm really excited to see whether there are going to be any fun synergistic build-arounds.
And what about you, Monty? If you're one of these pros sitting down to the table today, I say table, I'm going to put that in quotes, sitting down at the computer, what are you hoping to do in draft?
I'm really hoping just to get a consistent deck. I think one of the things that March of the Machine is very much lauded for is your ability to do anything and go any number of colors. But I think when you only have 3 rounds of draft in this tournament, kicking things off with a nice, consistent bread and butter 2-color deck and getting a 2-1 finish is something.
I was gonna go for Teferi to be mana efficient, but a lot of damage. And not a rag of in hand. I don't really want to use Binding on Teferi though, but they might just have Stubborn Denial. Okay, that was not great. Let's get Xander's Launch. Makes my binding cost 1, right? Missing black and blue. Okay, that was actually fine what I did. Click land, click Planeswalker.
Everything from there feels like it's a little...
All right, let's have a look at who our featured drafter is going to be this morning. I'm super excited to bring this to you. Oh, we're going to have a look at the table first. Nathan Stoy, there you see him in the middle. He's going to be our featured drafter for the day. This is the pod. So you see Daniel Brody, who's actually a teammate of Nathan's, passing him from the left, and Nathan passing to Noah Malbert on Amani.
I didn't realize how many people are queued for the Arena Championship. I don't know if it's exactly 32. I think it's exactly 32. Alright, I kind of want to... Do you mind if I go back and forth? I want to see how his draft goes.
Rise in the last few years, his career has just been absolutely insane. He was actually here in the booth covering the last of Marks just a week ago, and now we get to see his first pack here. Kroxa and Kunaros. Does that count, Mani, as the bomb that you're looking for?
It is powerful. It is 3 colors, and one of the things that this card does have going against it is 2 of the worst colors in the format. A lot of players agree in red and white, so it's not a lane that you're typically excited to find yourself in. But this card is just so big, and it does so much that I think it is a card that is worth specking on if you want to go with it pack 1. And perhaps that evaluation of the format from other players thinking red and or white are weaker may lead to you getting rewarded by having those colors be more open for you.
Yeah, the rest of the pack looking not super inspiring. There's a Phyrexian Awakening, Invasion of Kamigawa, the battle in this pack, Cyber Cryptomancer. It is going to be Kroxa and Kunaros. Nice 3-color.
Like, you don't want to be red or white or these color combos, but if you open like a busted rare, I think you just take it and just hope. Collective Nightmare, Red-Black Invasion. Red-Black Invasion is really good. Collective Nightmare is a little safer. This way, if like red and white get cut for some reason, he can at least have like a blue-black cards. Right, Conan, you have a Stubborn Denial. Maybe I should bait with Fable? Because if they have a Stubborn Denial, I go Teferi, the counter, attack, and then I go Fable, and I might just die too. Maybe I should lead with the Fable. Sure. Over Master. Just cheap creatures. They're in the pack. Maybe like another good, really good card if he ends up blue-black. He ends up ditching Crocs off. Mythic. It doesn't really tell me what to do here. I'll play Dwarven Mine. I take up Wrenn. I think I like playing Fable first, maybe. I think it's better if they have Stubborn Denial. Might be better if they don't have Stubborn Denial. The only way it's really bad is if they have double Tribal Flames in hand somehow. Ooh, I hate white-black, but it's open, it's open. There's nothing in that pack. There's a bounce spell. Oh, I guess he has, never mind, he has Crocs, I'm dumb. Like, I would consider taking, you know, taking this as more of a signal, but yeah, obviously, small detail. Crocs, oh yeah, I mean, that card's really good with Crocs set too. Alright, let's see if my Fable play gives me the game. Seal of his Ixons as Oblivion Ring. Looks like he found his lane. Well, that sucks. This Tribal Flame plus Bolt is also lethal. Little. I guess I should have factored that in my plays. I was a little unlucky, but very might have won. Maybe the Seiju is good because of Son of Draco. I think that card's not super scary. Dual land, very nice. I mean, looking great. Looking super good. A little underwhelming. The 2-drops. I guess the 2-drops solid. 7. Fine, it's Phyrexian. Jeez. Drop. Seiju could be good against binding too, like in a spot where I don't know, they buy extra land, kill some of their creatures, kills first, but Seiju sounds kind of good. Maybe Transmogrify is a little too bad against spot removal. If you win for Hallowed Moonlight, you have Teferi. So you can just cast your Archons and they're keeping mana up and always keeping mana up. Not the greatest, but I'll take it. Shades, not very good in white-black. Better in, much better in red-black. You can still be red-black / white. Gives up the seal depending on what he opens. Wow, he likes that card better than the Slasher or the 4/3. Alright, they're mulliganing too. Just to help. Soul doing his best Puerto Rico in impersonation. Just 6. Never lucky. I have good mana at least. I can get Jetmir into Steam Vents, into Blood Crypt, have the Dwarven Mine. So not taking a million damage from my fetch lands is nice. Saving a point of damage or two. That's potentially 1 point of damage short last game. Might he open? Oof. That sucks. Open a really color. Spite's really good too. At least you get something really good. Oh no, it's his splash though. Might not be his splash. That shade, he already has 1 shade and 2. I think he's actually looking to be red-black. Because his creatures are better in red-black, Recycler and Ichor Shade, and there's a shade that's gonna table. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take red cards more aggressively. Oh, that's tough though when they... I mean, it's a really good card. I guess he's happy to get a premium card, but... It might feel like he's getting jerked around a bit by the packs. Dual land. The rest of the packs just... The beam stick is fine. Okay. Guess I'll take my medicine here. Play a Wrenn. Wow. Double red? Yeah. Card's really good. Alright, that's full aggro. That was fun for like 10 seconds. Actually, no, not really, but yeah. Free of charge chats. This one's on me. This one's on the house. Just cash in my Teferi, right? Seems like a great spot for Teferi. Might be able to ride Wrenn to victory this game. Red-green dual lands. Wow, that pack must have been so bad. Another seal. Maybe just take Shatter. This is kind of like where he has to commit one way or the other. Feels like you take the double white card, or looks like he didn't hesitate too much. I really like that shred removal spell. What did it do? Tribal Flames Teferi. Wow, heavy commitment. Let's see. My binding costs 2 right now. They're definitely repping Stubborn Denial. Just trying to think how badly I need that extra land. I might. That game could go long. We're gonna have to fetch at least one more. I might as well fetch Foundry, or this is kind of bad against Dash Dragavan. Never mind, if they Dash Dragavan, I have Bolt. Good to start pressuring their life total. Could just get Dwarven Mine. Alright, I think I almost definitely want to fetch. The question is what? The non-greedy play would be getting a second white mana. Even get Savai Triome, but that's one less good top deck. I think Sacred Foundry is pretty reasonable. It's nice if the game goes a little long and I draw an Archon. But I guess that Blood Crypt in hand. Probably Sacred Foundry is a reasonable one. Why am I not in Valencia? Why would I be in Valencia? This is the real Kai Buddha in person. How'd that second pack go? Did that second Anger Shade not table, or was there something else in the pack? I guess it didn't table. White, double red, double black is not where you want to be at in 2023, but I think you can get away in this format. He has two dual lands already. Card quality is pretty high. Linval is probably really good. I don't know what it does exactly, but... Oh, you were asking because I didn't see Kai was in chat. Yeah, that's a real Kai, honestly. You think I would mod a fake Kai? I guess I think you'll be fine. An agent. Should I binding now? I have a couple Veil in my deck. Both -2. I think it's probably just binding now. It's really bad if they draw Veil. If I draw Veil though, it's like really bad if I draw 2 outer. And not even fight over it. They have their own bindings. I guess binding on Cyan is not great against binding. Then they get a hit in. Every hit is kind of scary. Alright, I'll take a draw step. See what happens. That first happens. It's shock Blood Crypt in. And if they go for Stubborn Denial, I can binding and pay. I just take a chill and Wrenn minus. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna play it really, it's fine. Wrenn Ultimate's not doing a ton for me. Okay. Love to see it. Well, if they're Stubborn Denial doesn't do that much anymore. They probably have Breeding Pool. Don't want to be all fat and jam a Teferi into a... If that's Stubborn Denial, it means I have one less card in hand, but on the other hand, am I really in a rush? They would have used a... They would have gotten Breeding Pool and used the second one, right, if they had it. Likely. Why would you not? Maybe they're just fetching a tap land in response. It's not the end of the world, but... Down to 2 cards, I have 2 removal spell and a Wrenn. Why didn't they try and fight over their Scion? That's so weird. Maybe because they have another... Must mean they have another 4-power creature in hand. It's kind of weird. If you don't use Stubby D there and you don't have a 4-power creature in hand, it's kind of... See how the draft's going. Surveyor for the mana. Couple of Chromatic Revelation. That card is fine, not super exciting. He got a Deadly Duration, he got an Invasion, and an Alabaster. Yeah, I mean, his X is pretty good, I think. so it's just so good. Yeah, he had another Scion. Maybe the Druid, but getting to the point in the game where I have feeling good top decks. Just casting Archon. I don't want to use Bolt again. Bolt Wrenn. Save my binding. That bad. If I Bolt first, it could be awkward because they could like bind Wrenn in response. Alright, I'm going to play Arid Mesa so I can attack and have a chum blocker. Have a blocker for Ragavan. Alright, they've drawn the one Tribal Flame, so maybe try and stay at 14 if possible. This way that's 2 Tribal Flames and a Lightning Bolt. Not sure it's realistic for me to stay at 14. Yagi. E-bombs. 2 unknown cards. You're not looking too scary here. Veil. Veil. Good to have a bar. Which loon I should play. Just try not be scared of double tribal flames plus bolts. I'm killing them kind of. Or watching MJ draft. First pick Wrenn. Second pick Wide Awakening. I wonder what he first picked Wrenn over. Is he passing to... Hey, Heavy Arms. Appreciate the resub for the 16 months. I don't want to save my binding. I guess I'll fetch for Black Triome. I'll just use binding. Yeah, I guess I'll just use binding actually. Binding's only really bad if they draw another Sign of Draco, and even Sign of Draco is maybe not the end of the world. Binding's good if they have another Stubborn Denial. I'm just going to use the binding. Stubborn Denial in hand. Binding protects friend from binding, but I don't know if I care that much, honestly. My Wrenn. Also, if one of their free cards is binding, it means they're that much further from like burning me out and stuff. Right? 2 cards in hand, you're at 7. Being max punished for my decisions. See what I draw, I guess. Pretty good one. They could have Hallowed Moonlight, but they usually don't play that card. 2 cards in hand. I guess I should just do it for free. They have Hallowed Moonlight, they have Hallowed Moonlight. Yeah, they do sometimes. I could get their Draco too. Good to get their Draco. Can't be much worse than a Draco. Green, white. Well, it's kind of painless. Wait, I need to target Draco? Because if they have Hallowed Moonlight. Are you listening? Are you turning into you Lord Beerus, please? Literally asking when I literally just explained why I did something. Oh yeah, you're a monster. Oh, we know. Looks like their hand was just crap. Oh, we're in the last match. Nice. It sounds pretty good against most people. Giganta Gamer. To be fair, who isn't a Giganta Gamer these days? I guess I just strike it rich, right? What else am I gonna do? Strike it rich. Fetch? Or Striker Rich Blood Crypt. Oh, Stubborn Denial my Striker Rich. That's kind of sick. I'm gonna play Blood Crypt. Blood Crypt's better if I naturally draw like a Steam. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really anticipate that scenario. Maybe I should have. Alright, let's focus on our match. Just say go here, I guess. Take that one of my Steam vents, actually. I wonder if I should shock my Steam vents or not if they dash Ragavan. Probably a sub, but Sign of Draco. I think it doesn't really matter that it's face up. It's too important. Is that bad if they spell pierce, I get to untap Teferi minus. I don't have the treasure anymore. Does the 2 life really matter? Good. I love how this game's going. Could be worse, I guess. Alright, this is getting bad. That's kind of good. Can get Dwarven Mines to block Ragavan. Get them use a removal spell. Does it give it trample? It gives it first strike. That's so sick, actually. I don't know if I should chump or not. I feel like I should probably chump. First strike, so annoying. But keeping Teferi around has got to be worth it. I just have to use a Tribal Flames or something on it at this point. Damn, that sign passive coming in clutch. No green mana, rip. Somehow, no green mana. Just gonna cast Wrenn. I said I don't mind to use Stubborn Denial here. Just die to Binding if I cast Wrenn. I die to Binding plus Burn. Oh, he got both red-green battles. And 2 red battle to go with it. Wow, his deck is nice. He's got a bunch of 2-drops. That deck looks super sweet. Is it better to hold on to the treasure token? Somehow there's almost no way, right? I guess it's only 1 land. It's only 1 land and dies to a Scion hit. Whereas let's keep them busy for a bit. Okay, I mean we got a Stubborn Denial, I guess. Not the worst. I'm just dead to Tribal Flames. Can fetch land still win it for me? Guess we're about to find out. I'm assuming they have something if they use that Stubborn on Wrenn last turn. That'd be so loose. Stubborn Denial beats me either way. So, Dawn of Creativity, one of their creatures maybe? Let's say they don't have anything. I get an Archon. I go up to 7. Still have 2 create. They're gonna sack Ragavan. I probably should, right? That Spell Pierce countering anything. They have 2 treasure token. I mean, I give that like 1 Dramokus command in your list, probably. 2 Dramokus commands. I guess 2 Dramokus commands probably enough to swing the balance. Fluster Storm, Veil, rest in peace to your Sunder, Teferi. Spell Pierce bad. Get Rich fine. Veil fine. Deju fine. Transmog's not that bad. It was 4 Teferi in my deck. I'm gonna do just like last match. Baseju's probably pretty good. Maybe Baseju's just better than Strike Your Rich. Maybe one Strike Your Rich is enough.
Scam Train.
Yeah, Rosario. Yeah, let's get that Scam Train going on. 49 months. Thanks, Rosario and Sprouts. Thanks for your Prime sub as well. Welcome to the sewer, Sprouts. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. Baseju, Veil, Strike Your Rich. I mean, it's kind of a disaster if they somehow board out their Stubborn Denials. They could mix it up too. They could have Orvar in their... Do they ever play Orvar? Veil's kind of bad against Teferi too. Everything's bad against Teferi. I'll just do one Strike Your Rich. Card when you're on the play, it gets a little worse. You'll need it in some right hands. Dead to 4 Tribal Flames, but besides that. I think that Mountain right away is kind of copium. Probably gonna have to try it at least one more time, but I think I can get 2 punished for it. I guess I might just go ending for 2 and play tap Steam Vents next turn. Just gonna go ahead and play Fable since they didn't stubborn my Wrenn turn 2. Okay, they have stubborn. I guess they were okay with me getting 1 land for free. Getting a whole loan here, but Bloodstained Mire, don't mind that. Fable resolved. It's kind of nice they didn't have Scion of Draco there. I was dreading that a bit. It's not nearly as scary. Easy double land. Let's see. The dilemma. We'd have the stubby D. No, they have Ragavan. Just play mine now. I'm not sure what I want to do with that Scalding Tarn yet. Big bad guy spell. That is a spell. Not a bad one. Kind of held on to that Scalding Tarn. Did they give it trample? Damn. MVP. Alright, hopefully they don't have Orvar in their list. If they don't have Orvar, we should be good. They just get Blood Crypt. A bunch of whites with Savai and I don't need a million blue. Crypt. Do go down to 6 to cast it, back up to 9. Get burned out. Saves me 1 damage, right? Too bad I don't have 1 more mana, I could copy it. No Orvar, okay. Binding. Alright, I need a Tefers or Binding. Womp, 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 womp. We lose. I did this match fine, but on my way. And they could have an awkward hand, I guess. Could not have a burn spell. They might not even play Tribal Flames if they have it. Man. Draw very well. I think that Fable playing too stubborn kind of cost me. Good hand, they played well. That Leyline stubborn sequencing. Letting the Wrenn resolve. He's good, still channeling some Tron. Looks like Merc died recently. Oh man, I can't really keep this hand. On some shades, does that work? I almost want to keep Strike It Rich. Just because like 2 treasures. You just keep 1 removal spell and Strike It Rich. I don't hate it. It might put them in a tough spot. Against Merc, I just 1 removal. Yeah, but I'm on 5. I don't know if I'm going to win a fair game on 5 cards. You get rid of like both Leyline. Go Scalding Tarn, fetch, kind of see what happens. We'll try that. Let's try Kid Rich might help me cast a Teferi at some point, or Alpine Mine. No, I think lands are important. Mine blocks Ragavan. I mean, I can't do anything with that, like striking, you know, to draw Wrenn. His list has 2 spell pierce, 2 spell snare. So even Wrenn is not like a great option. Hey, Father Frodo. Are you excited about the Lord of the Rings set? Initial Father Frodo. Are you a big Lord of the Rings fan, or more of just like a random screen name? But your wife is more affinity arguable. Assuming your wife doesn't play Magic though. Probably need to get a Triome. I already have green. Last one very useful. Probably get white. Just Jetmir anyways. Hey, 2 gifted subs. Make it an even 11. What a ridiculous number, saying out loud. I'll just say +2 gifted subs from Naughty. Thank you so much, Naughty. Really appreciate it. So this gives me extra white. This gives me white and blue. I guess I should get Savai over Jetmir if I'm going to get anything. Oh, Miltonto's got a gifted sub. Nice. Sun's looking a little rough on the multiply. We'll see. And start drawing perfect. Maybe have a chance. His sideboard's pretty hateful too. He has access to explosives, Curse, Blood Moon, 1 Blood Moon, 1 Magus of the Moon, 2 Orvar. Oh, looks like I should have bought a mine. Kept an extra removal spell. Trans could be good, especially if I can get to a point where I get to play around Spell Pierce. Basic Island? Does he have Blood Moon in the main deck? I'm sure I should be taking all that damage, but it's gonna put a lot of pressure on him that I have these 2 treasure tokens. I guess he can just sit on Counterspell and just kill me in 4 turns, maybe even 1 less if he has Lightning Bolts. Okay. I'm gonna tank a bit. Make it look like maybe my last card in hand is Creativity. That's a pretty great draw. And Teferi would have been the perfect draw here, but I'll take a Lightning Bolt. I mean, in hindsight, definitely wish I'd kept Binding over Dwarven Mine. But I also did draw like 3 lands, 2 lands and a spell. Maybe I should play Dwarven Mine first. This is all rough. Bring in Veil, let's bring in Strike Your Rich. I think that's it. Strike Your Rich and 2 Veils. Got Transmogrify because it's not great against bolts and stuff. For the rest, I'm not sure. Did you for Blood Moon? You have to have green mana up when they cast it. Sounds kind of mid. What do these challenges qualify for? Nothing. Glory. Could trim Lightning Bolt or Ending. Not sure which one's worse. Sometimes I trim Creativity. Like you could trim a Creativity in Archon, but I feel like I just win a lot of games with Creativity. His latest list does have 2 Orvars though, but not sure I should worry about that. Ending's nice because it can get Shredder, can get a 4 toughness Shredder. Bolt is nice because it's Shred, it kills Magus of the Moon. I need to bring in Emrakul. I mean, if I knew for a fact he had Orvar again, win 3-1, I don't know. Emrakul does sound like it beats them almost every time. I don't hate it, I'm not gonna do it, but it's good. Pretty nutty hands. It's turn to Maul. Veil. Is it that big of a deal if Aaron gets spell pierced? Kind of annoying if he goes like spell pierced, death, Ragavan. Is it bad naughty? Is it gut milk? No? It's cringy. I could change it. I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that. Is it negative connotation somehow that I missed? Are you working on your deck? Just for 0. I don't know, should I bolt it right away? I want a Wrenn plus anyways. So he doesn't get another trigger if he has a bubble. Interesting that he has multiple explosives. I feel like that card would be pretty low on my list of cards to have in the matchup. Fable plays around Spell Snare. Wrenn plays around Spell Pierce. Do they keep in Spell Snare in this matchup? On our 5 cards? Maybe on the draw they do. I'm gonna go ahead and play Wrenn. I think it's way more likely they have. Maybe he just respects Wrenn and Six a lot, and if he having at least 1 Spell Snare on the draw, not both, but. An island. He brought in Blood Moon. Not a big surprise there. That was a draw. I want to ping Chandler first. Then if he considers, I just win. You would have to have like Consider and Wrenn and Six. Or Consider and Fluster Storm. You're playing Murktide, yep. No Giganta. Might as well get a mine, right? And I know there's explosives, but why not? Strike it rich in the yards. Okay, there's a Blood Moon coming. I guess also have Spell Pierce for Blood Moon. Why not counter it? I just win next turn. Not even bluffing. Does that mean he has Orvar?
From the ghastly eyrie, I can see to the ends of the world, and from this vantage point, I declare with utter certainty that this one is in the bag.
That was good. I get to play around Orvar. That's creativity at instant speed. Right on the draw, probably want all the removal spells. It gets worse on the draw. It is pretty tempting to trim one creativity, one Archon. But I also do feel like creativity wins me a lot of game. The thing is, Murktide usually doesn't have. They usually don't play. Orvar. I could trim a land on the draw too. I could just trim Savai Triome. Like that makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Bring in a Strike It Rich and him on the draw. Binding gets a little worse on the draw. Yeah, I'll trim a Binding. Maybe Teferi's just greedy. Having all 4 Teferi's pretty greedy. I think I just have to keep. Only I'm winning was 5 cards. Keep in bottom creativity or binding. Be far from casting a creativity or binding. Snapcap 7. Good for me. Very close decision between mulligan and keep. Don't mind my gamble. This game's looking over. That is not good for me. He's counting a Wrenn when I only have a fetch land in my yards. Either he like praying for it or his hand's just stacked. I think that probably means he has Murktide in hand. Maybe his hand's like Murktide Spell Pierce or something dumb. Yeah, he has Murktide. He's getting rid of Consider. Consider would be a good draw for him. I guess not if he has Iteration. Maybe not. Maybe that's why he used Counterspell, because he had Iteration and he figured he was going to use his mana. Didn't need that. Land for a small chance. That's rough. Mulligan to 5 and then kind of mulligan to 5 again. Alright, solid hand, I guess. I don't know about solid, but good enough. I play on turn 1. Got Dwarven Mine. I'd be a little more ambitious. They're playing Glorious Vengeance probably. Scary stuff. Try to maneuver here. Nice Strike It Rich and fetch. The version was a 5/4 in Yargle is kind of scary. They have no counterplay to it. Literally all they have to do is get to 4 mana, discard to like just a Yargle in hand and cast a 5/4 and I just lose. Kind of brutal. Uplands. Alright, I might die if they have it, but I don't think I can afford not to play Fable here. Maybe I should have just played Dwarven Mine last turn, fetch. Yeah, but if I do that, my binding costs 1 million mana, it doesn't really save me. I play discarding 1 Fable, probably just Iteration 2. The Iteration's good here, let's see. 1, 2, free, so we can make a free, I can bolt it. I want to have binding mana up. The Iteration's actually better than Want to Binding mana up? Maybe I don't need to. I'm gonna get cremated? Yeah, probably. Should I just bind the Springleaf Drum? Supposed to play another Fable here. Am I supposed to play around anything here? I'm not gonna beat 5/4 plus Yargul, so I should not try and do anything about that. I play a Fable, I only have one piece of interaction. And if I was not gonna play Fable here, I should have kept Iteration maybe. Just flashback Striker Rich. As if I say go, I'm not doing anything for like one time. Fable and Bold, then I don't have the mana to bind. I guess I'll just say go. Oh, there's Lich-Your Profane Tutor coming up. Let's get richer? What happened? Really keep Iteration here? I think maybe keeping Iteration was better than keeping the Fable. I don't need Spell Pierce here. I mean, I guess. Not playing the RC in Athens? No, I don't think so. I haven't booked a ticket yet. I don't want to have to play test Pioneer. I'm almost definitely not going to go. I feel a little bad because Keith wanted me to come. Not a Greek still. Maybe people play Mono Red. I think the Mono Red in Standard is kind of fun. There's a few versions. I was enjoying playing Mono Red for a bit. Plus, some people just don't have the wild cards. Interesting. The Yargul and Tutored. Yeah. That's not the play. I wonder if they could have set up a win. Seems like someone who well inexperienced in the format, honestly. I'm gonna hold on to my Fable. I'm not sure I played that game great. Last turn was tough. Another Tutor. It's not too scary. I mean, I should be able to find a Teferi by the time it comes online. Another Tutor. I kind of despise that card. I might keep the Fable, honestly. Might have to play it. Bonjour. Still might to the 5/4 plus Yargul, but I can do about it. Wait, does this deal to Planeswalkers? To each opponent? No. What am I thinking of? Maybe Barrage? There's a card recently, like a little sneaky, deals 1 damage to Planeswalkers. I think it's maybe Barrage. Oh, it's Kumano. Yeah, you're right. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Good call. Gabriel, we the best thing. Yeah, they're just not that. I mean, it's because they played a 5/4. Do you know what the 5/4 does? The Cremator. I think I win this turn. Nice. At least I get out of Yargul reach. Go back up to 19. I wonder if they could have won this game. I don't know what they tutor for it and how to sequence, but feels like maybe they could have set up the 5/4 plus Yargul to just kill me. When is Yargul Day celebrated? Dude, this is so random. Does anyone know? September 3rd? Why is it September 3rd? Oh, it's 9-3. Duh. Sorry, way too basic. It's kind of a cool way to win this game.
I asked ChatGPT to write your twit-longer apology to the Greek magic community for your absence from Athens.
Dude, this no to all. Fine, I agree all yummy. Dear Greek, wait, give me a sec. Dude, it's super long. Let me sideboard first. Alpine Moon, yes. Surgical, yes. Moonlight. Hidetsugu, Leyline, just all of it. Seiju could be good. Maybe trim a couple bolts. How do I sideboard in this matchup already? The iteration is too slow. Transmog's not great. That first can go. Maybe Hidetsugu's not that good. I forget. The Kugbutt and whatnot, but maybe Bolt is too narrow. Bolt was good for me this game. I want my deck to be too expensive. Maybe Sage is just not good enough. Hidetsugu or Tef or something else. Oh, Turn the Earth, pretty good too. Wrenn and Six can be slow. I don't need a million spell pierce. Oh, right, that Profane Tutor. I mean, they should board them out, I think, but they might not. Alright, let's read it. Dear Greek Magic the Gathering community, I'm writing this tweet longer with utmost humility and sincere regret for my actions. I humbly apologize for not attending the highly anticipated event in Athens. It is with a heavy heart that I reflect upon my decision and the disappointment it must have caused all of you. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest apologies to the organizers of the event, the dedicated players, and everyone involved. It was an inexcusable oversight on my part, and I fully understand the impact of my absence. I'm aware that my presence at the event would have added to the excitement and joy of the occasion. I deeply regret letting you all down. I want to make it clear that my absence was not due to any lack of appreciation for the Greek Magic
I'd like to
community.
take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Quite the contrary, I've always held the community in high regard and have enjoyed countless memorable experiences with Greek players over the years. It was a foolish mistake on my part to not prioritize attending the event and to disregard the anticipation and enthusiasm of the Greek community. I acknowledge the disappointment, frustration.
That's over 7 people.
I acknowledge the disappointment, frustration, and hurt that my absence has caused. I'm truly sorry for any inconvenience it may have caused, especially to those who had been looking forward to meeting me in person or participating in the event together. I understand that this might have affected your perception
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
and for that, I'm deeply remorseful. I want to assure all of you that I've learned a valuable lesson from this experience. I understand the importance of honoring my commitments and responsibilities. Dude, you're making me want to go now. Making me feel bad. I understand the importance of honoring my commitments and responsibilities, and I promise that such a situation will not occur again in the future. I will be more diligent, responsible, and mindful of the impact my actions have on the Magic the Gathering community. Lastly, I want to express my gratitude for the support and passion shown by the Greek Magic Gathering community.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. In big trouble. And
Not like
You have
this.
been an incredible source of inspiration and encouragement throughout my journey as a player. I understand that apologies also alone may not heal the wounds caused, but I genuinely hope that you can find it in your hearts to forgive me and give me another chance to be a part of this wonderful community. Once again, I offer my deepest apologies to each and every member of the Greek Magic the Gathering community. I'm truly sorry for failing you, and I will do everything within my power to make amends and regain your trust. That's a little extreme. I don't know how you worded that, Adam. Who the heck is this? It's Adam who wrote an apology, who asked ChatGPT to write my apology to the Magic Greek community for not showing up in Athens. This sounds like the apologies from the cheaters after they have been banned. Are you kidding me? Their apology is like, I kind of did something not great, but, yeah, off it.
The prompt was write a groveling twit-longer apology from a Magic the Gathering player called Yellow Hat to Greek people for not attending an event in Athens.
That's kind of nuts. Thanks for the bits too, Adam. Thanks for that. That was like your sides are hurting, Aloisi. My jaw is hurting. JetGB, yeah, a bit, I don't know, a little over the top. You don't think it's a little over the top? What does groveling mean, I guess? Maybe that's what groveling means. Do you think it's not enough, JP? Dang. What does grovel mean? Lie or crawl abjectly on the ground with one face downwards. Act in an obsequious way in order to obtain someone's forgiveness or favor. Damn. Bookmark it? Yeah, I might just save it. Send it to McKees at least. Maybe I'll make him laugh. Should I bolt Epicure here? And I might just play the... Okay, that was loose. He might just play Asmo. I guess I can bounce Asmo. I don't know why I was trying to stay above 19. I mean, I was thinking my Teferi, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't that bad of a play, honestly. I'm distracted by Adam's groveling. That is the command, yeah. Might want to keep it handy. I don't know if bouncing that makes a ton of sense, but I think it's fine. Just trying to draw force land, basically. Classic me. I think my phone run out of battery on the reg. Type 1 in chat if you ever let your phone run out of battery. When you're literally just at home, you just have to plug it in. Happens to me a little too often. Or I don't like it to happen, I guess. Happens to you, Naughty? Like, yeah, 25%. It'll be fine, and I completely forget. Naughty standing in solidarity. All the time. You actually, at least have an excuse that your phone is old or something and runs out of battery fast, because I don't even have that excuse. On creativity, they'll just kill the 1/1. Have to kill Asthma first. Wait, can I creativity if they use cookbook at the end of my turn? That works, right? They didn't though. Let's see, 99% question mark? I have to charge here. You only plug it when you drive. It looks like they draw still crab this game. That's creativity anyway, you have to. No, there's. They can discard, create a food, and then use the ability to. Alright, I think I just want to attack and say go. Save creativity for instant speed. Okay, Zev Goryo plus discard. My mom starts getting anxious at 80%. I'm much more reasonable. I wait till 60. I mean, I guess I should do it now, right? Not crazy. That's how Asmo works, right? What's the fastest way to get good at Magic? Just a mix of everything. Play, study, GGs. Alright, GGs, I guess. Could kill my Archon. And could have turned, I mean, man was pretty good still, but probably a mix of like playing, studying, you know, there's articles, there's streams, there's coaching. Getting coaching, if you have money, some of the best players coach. Like Nathan Stoyer does coaching. It's not the worst. Not the bad. It has everything if I draw third land. Turn 2 removal to turn 3 Fable. That's Triome. Could keep Triome and maybe I keep to bottom the Triome if I get hit by Thoughtseize or if they have a Spell Pierce. On go. Might be playing that. I might be playing that mono black coffers deck. Yeah, maybe not keeping the Triome, because like the Triume is kind of nice. Even with Wrenn, I just get to cycle it on turn 3. Yeah, I should have kept the Triume over a Binding. That was probably bad, honestly. I'm gonna get punished for it. What a bad play, dude. Seriously, again, I do the 1 basic mountain. It's like twice in this matchup it happens to me. So dumb. Seriously, so dumb. Yeah, I needed that badly. I needed something. I'm gonna start playing 2 basics. 2/3 of my opponent have been on that deck today. Oops, only 2 mana. People with the basic planes in there, they're looking like genius right now. Maybe I'll try the basic planes. Thundering Titan right away. With Alpine Moon, Strike It Rich, Veils, Leyline, got all the bolts, got Transmogrify. Is Teferi maybe not super great in this matchup? Maybe Ending. And bring in a couple Boseiju. Did I misclick? I'm not sure what I want here. How many Boseiju? How many Teferi? I guess I have all that spot removal. Teferi's really good against them. I'm not cutting Teferi. This is good, right? Wait, 60 now? Yeah, good call, right or die. The Lensless are probably on MTG melee. Okay, great hands. Please, just no basic mountain in my top. And no basic mountain at all. Just oh, I messed up. I should have let Steam Vents the Relic. Okay. That was bad. I play around first. Maybe I should. Probably should. Now I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna like not draw anything. Wish I had a Wrenn. Die was Valent Spell Pierce in hand to Demolition Field. Yeah, I don't know why I played that Wrenn right away. I'm just tilt, I guess. Oh, I'm annoyed. Boseiju makes sense. Like, I get to keep a land, but it costs them some mana. I can't believe I played my Wrenn into first. I don't know why I just played Boseiju. This is not going well. Well, I guess I know why I did it because I have Veil in hand. I also have double Spell Pierce. I can Steam Vents to the rescue. Nice, I can just go for it. Is it even good to go for it here? Should I wait a turn? How much mana is Scoffers? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna use Veil or Spell Pierce. Veil mana up, Spell Pierce mana up, Veil draws me a card. So let's see the need. Pierce is getting worse. Yeah, but Veil's better if they go Invoke. Also, if they actually have like Invoke, I need to draw something good. If they have Invoke to deal with my Archon. I agree, Spell Pierce is getting worse. I'm gonna use Veil. Damnation. You go Damnation Karn. I'm gonna look bad. Wow. Okay. Good gods. See that one coming. Alright, let's see. 2 for Binding, 1 for Veil, 1 for Spears, 1 for Moon. Veil, Moon. Let's go back to fetch land for now. Am I considering playing in Athens? I'm not gonna go, I don't think so, unless I change my mind. Old Red. What could I play? I don't know. I like blue like control, but it's bad against Ragdos, so not a super reasonable deck choice. I mean, they could have the drain mana. I guess I'm not gonna chance it. So, did they grab with Scar and Portal? I think they didn't grab Titan. And Alpine Moon was clutch again. Second main phase. Second main phase, Invoke Despair. They were still dead on board, right? I can sack Wrenn, Alpine Moon, and an Archon. Oh man, what a tough matchup. Go on Surgical for Field of Wrenn? Almost feels like I might want to, honestly. Kind of see their hand too might be nice. I think Transmogrify might be okay against them. Their deck is built to dunk on ours. Not really, I haven't lost this matchup yet. But it is scary. Yeah, I mean, they got 4 of each, though. If I can get 1, it is kind of terrifying. Yeah, I guess it's bad. Why do I have 61 again now? So confused. Oh, I deferred Boseiju? I don't want deferred Boseiju, do I? The deck is way worse without coffers. My spell pierce way better. That's not much I can board out though. Right in hand. They mulligan to 6 and kept double Leyline, no lands. Hey, they misclicked? Hey, they misclicked their first turn? Yes, means I can binding, I don't have to fetch. I'm just binding both Leylines, honestly, this game. I could bind explosives. I think Wrenn will carry me. Do I didn't do anything in this game? Do you see my hands? Is this a real question? Oh, did I mess up? Done that on my turn. Kind of bait. I could go for it. It's a little risky. I guess I don't need to have Alpine Moon. And Alpine Moon has to stay overperformed. Won me like a droid 2 games against Tron the other day. I should just say coffers, right? Not close. I think you just say coffers. Urborg doesn't make mana. Well, but how did Urborg make mana for them? Upper stats for colorless, right? That explosives for 1. That was awkward. They just tapped out. Oh, I guess they kind of have to, or else I could, if not, I can just bait, I can just like, I would have had to creativity and then the explosives for 0 and I get their explosives for 1. I'm not even sure I would have caught that, to be honest. Ooh, what's better? Creativity for 2 or creativity was back up creativity for 2? This creativity the archetype I'm most likely playing the approach. I have no idea. Hopefully I don't play creativity because I don't love it. I think it's fine, but not amazing. Yeah, I think they just time logged themselves on turn 1. I wonder if the game would have been different or if it was probably right. Why Pierce? Buffers does not have for colorless, it only has ability. Why did I think, oh, because it showed when I cast Alpine Moon. Okay, maybe I should have named Urborg then. That's close. Lenny, I don't know what Lenny's playing, but their rounds were going freaking long. Every time I see Lenny, I think of Poker Stars. There used to be a poker player on Poker Stars called Lenny with a lot of ends. Most recent modern lists are Murktide. This hand is fine against Murktide. I'll keep, I guess. Grib, like, you need a VPN. True, you can get yourself a VPN at a huge discount. And then even if you don't live in the US, maybe you can use the VPN to get yourself a TCG player subscription. I don't know if I should be advertising that or not. I mean, I'm not sure if TCG would really care, but I don't know. Not their fault. Abundant Growth sideboard tech. So if you put it on Stomping Ground, I mean, if you put it on any lands, anti-Blood Moon tech, why don't we play that more? Is that better than Strike It Rich? Anisfer said it was bad. Sounds kind of nice, because you're at Teferi in your deck too. I mean, I don't know if I would play free, but maybe the first one is nice. Doesn't help if you draw it after the Blood Moon comes down. Is that a good argument though? Wrenn and Six, easy. Damn, I don't even want to fetch for Grixis Triome, right? Because I'm going to save that for Dwarven Mine. Yeah, I haven't found Blood Moon to be as scary with the 2 Strike It Rich. But I do think it is kind of a big deal if you have nothing for Blood Moon. Please don't hit bubble. Right. Two cards in the yards. I can safely plus, right? Like basic, yeah, I'm gonna start playing. I'm gonna try basic planes next time. I want a second basic for that black deck, and I want to see if it actually like helps against Blood Moon and stuff. I don't really want to have to bring in Wear Tear against. That's like bad sideboarding though. I don't want to have to bring in Wear Tear against someone who's gonna have 1 or 2 Blood Moon. Like, yeah, maybe just second basic mountain is better. Yeah, of course, sometimes it can hurt. You definitely shouldn't what? Lost track. No way basic plane is actually good. I mean, I would tend to agree. 2 card types. I can rank ping it. Not like I super need the extra lands. Thing is now to have Unholy Heat thingy. So I think I need to minus. And then I'm not sure. Just play the Dwarven Mine. Or Death Dragon Man. Standard Death Fate Dragon Knight was pretty cool for standard. Oh, there's someone who brought a brew. J-Stamps, thank you so much for the I'm feeling Jose won his first round of standards. I'm feeling that's a little celebration cube con. Handshake brought the Jeskai deck, I believe. Oh wow, they broke it again? Here you go. I'm not sure how the Enchantress matchup goes, but we should be favored against the rest of the field. 4 Zorgo and OG type, play with fire, abrade, destroy evil. Agent of Gobokan, wedding announcement, Fable. Wow. This guy control. Big Notice was right. Oh no, I'm on 3-0. Frenchie, let's go. Destroy evil. It's Murktide and Blood Moon. Is it good in any other matchups? You can't afford to have a card that you only bring in one matchup. Yeah, lands. Fable would have been nice. Gonna have to be done with someone once. Jose Neves. Damn, MJ with 0-3 was his red-green deck? That deck looked pretty good too. You got paired against me round 2, we played 3 crappy games. Oh, your deck's probably better than his though, but yeah. Make an argument for black mana. Well, hello there. Hello, my old friends. I should have Teferi minus before deciding if I attack was both or not. Gonna get another. Oh, I say ding. Have another Murktide. I might just lose. Maybe they don't have that many cards left in their graveyards. 28% Ragdos midrange. Team that brought Jeskai Dragons, 5-color ramp for Grixis Reanimator, Celestia Enchantment, Ragdos Breach, Grixis midrange, Boros midrange, Orzhov midrange, Azorius Soldier, Mono White aggro. That's a sweet metagame, honestly. That's you couldn't really. I mean, you could hope like 2 people playing Celestia Enchantments, a new deck, kind of. Gonna ask for much more. I mean, I guess you could ask for a totally new deck, something no one's never seen before, but pretty cool meta. Every single 5-color player cut Tyrannix Rex from the board and Handshake brought just a control deck. I'm just gonna die. Was that a card you had in your sideboard? Oh, another Tefers. I don't need that Spell Pierce anymore, do I? It's kind of still good, but at the same time, I might draw another one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. But it's just Jeskai Dragons? I don't know, I mean, I'm assuming it's good against Ragdos at the very least. If they're playing the deck, you better believe they were beating Ragdos in testing. I like to keep Pierce. I mean, I have so many win the game cards, I don't know. I feel like I'm more scared of their creatures right now. I don't want to just die to a Murktide. Like, every spell in my deck is good, basically. I have almost no bad draws. And Spell Pierce could end up being somehow mediocre. Anyone's tested the standard version of the Boros token? I'm guessing you're missing some cards to make it. So if I fetch, I could die to double bolts. Play the one of their cards is a shredder. Make another 1/1. Do I even have the last mine left in my deck? I do. Okay, they kill 1, block 1, go down to 5, then have lethal. I guess with the Fable flipping, I have lethal anyways. Block 1, kill 1, go down to 6. Alright, I'm gonna. Are they not playing the new Calyx? That's the new Calyx. Oh, it's a version was Rite of Harmony. Alright, getting mine means That if they bolt my Goblin Shaman, I don't get to cast Archon. Attack first, see what happens. Because if they block Shaman, I can just Wrenn and Six minus Murktide and then finish it off with a Lightning Bolt. I can just kill them, I guess. It also works. Spell Snare, please. Dang, Spell Snare. I should just bolt them now, right? Alright, I need to dodge double Lightning Bolts. And we know one of their cards is a Shredder. Kind of funny how the biggest known Spell Snare... I'm not a Spell Snare hater. I mean, maybe at one point I was. When did I hate on Spell Snare? Alright, so how do I sideboard in this matchup? Transmog. I shouldn't cut land. Maybe cutting one Teferi is reasonable. This is kind of one of your best cards was Veil of Summer though. Maybe cutting one, binding one Teferi. Try and keep the curve lowish. Get the votes. Pending over binding. I just don't want to die to a turn 1 creature. 3 Pierce seems like a lot in this matchup, really. Counters Blood Moon. It fights over their own counters. I mean, all my cards are good in this matchup. Tracks on the yard. Looks like there is. The rule when I bring in Veils that you add that many Pierce. All Pierce counters Blood Moon, it counters an early iteration. Counters their counters when they just try to keep. I mean, the other day I won a game where I went Spell Pierce plus Veil. It was all lucky, but it's not gonna happen every time like that, obviously. But they had 4 mana on turn 4, and they went Blood Moon, it was backup counter, and I had Spell Pierce plus Veil, and that won me the game on the spots. I think you need those cards. You just need the cheap cards, and sometimes it's not gonna work out for you, but they don't have a turn 1 removal spell, but no Ragap Rage. Mine's not the worst against Ragavan, actually. I still get to go like Strike It Rage turn 1, Wrenn plus Pierce turn 2. Looks behind, but he hasn't scooped yet, and he does have Ride in his graveyard. Enchantment deck can do some pretty dumb things. He has Haunting in play and Ride in the yards. Okay. See it. Is that enough? Mishra's Bubble targeting Bob the Dog. Someone stubborn denial my Strike It Rich the other day, or earlier today. Spell Pierce, they're like, oh god. Do I really have to the Spell Pierce to Strike It Rich? It pays for half of a Spell Pierce. Yeah, I've seen that guide too. Is that the list was for Change the Equation? I saw that guide that says to cut the creativities after sideboard. Just leave a couple Archons and you just bring in Veil and counters and you just win with Wrenn and Teferi. Days getting pierced. Oh, I could do something like that. I could see myself doing something like that. Caught in the moment. I don't know if Lenny is multi-queuing, but probably because they've been in the red 2 rounds already this tournament. Alright, question is, am I in a rush to jam Wrenn and Six and Spell Pierce here? I don't think so, honestly. Yeah, I thought that guy does interesting. Kind of makes sense, but also I feel like I win so many games with creativity in this matchup. Just sometimes all you want to draw is creativity. I don't know why you would multi-queue. I mean, it's gotta be. It can't be fun, right? I mean, maybe if you need the money and the ticks. I mean, everyone's different. I have a hard time imagining it's very enjoyable to multi-queue and get low on time and stuff. You're not a fan of the plan? Have you tried it? I haven't tried it. I haven't even tried to change the equation at all in creativity. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world for challenges because you have to wait till everyone finishes anyways. Jeez. I always freak out for like a fraction of a second when the counter is still on the stack before I remember that my spell can't be countered, it's going to resolve. It's fine, but like other control decks, you need your answer to line with the threats, then draw, and it's hard to turn the corner. It does look like, I was looking at the plan, it is a pretty coherent sideboard plan. Like you are just removal, pretty good counters, powerful planeswalkers, and then like a couple Archons for the late game, which, you know, Fable, so... But yeah, then you lose your edge a bit of having the I win the game cards, but you have less janky hands. Cryptic command be Pioneer playable? Oh, for sure. Pioneer is like standard power level. Yeah, Cryptic command would probably be great in Pioneer. Do I even care? I need to have a counter for my Spell Pierce. Then if they have that, they need to have a counter for my Binding. Alright, they don't have second blue at least. Don't have second blue. They need to deal with Wrenn. Game's still going. Is that one? I think as long as they don't have second blue, I should be okay. Am I gonna spend 6 mana on Binding? I mean, depends. Probably. We'll see. They're pretty far from Delirium too. Need 5? Yeah, need 6, right? Just have mountains. Yeah, they need to deal with Wrenn. They need to have something for Binding. I could just draw Creativity or Fable. Go chat, link in chat. I'm doing a campaign with Surfshark this month. Surfshark is a VPN brand. They offer everything you would want from a VPN. Protects you when you surf the web, unlock regional options, anti-hack system, just tons of good functionalities. Get a massive discount with my promo code. Yeah, check out the link in chat if you're thinking about getting a VPN. On for another 3 or 4 weeks, so you have time to make up your mind. But yeah, if you're thinking about getting a VPN, definitely look into Surfshark. I looked into them. It looked like they're just as good a VPN as any. I get yourself a massive discount. Okay, Sizzle Skeleton actually says that they use Surfshark past 2 or 3 years. Can recommend. I don't really use a VPN. I probably should. I don't know if Surfshark is the same, but I know with NordVPN it was slowing down my computer a tiny bit. That part I didn't love. Besides that, it's probably all upsides to have a VPN. It's probably worth it. Too late, I got NordVPN on your reg 2 years ago. Sizzle Skeleton says the speed is not top, but it's very good bang for your buck. Yeah, but doesn't every VPN slow down your computer a tiny bit? Also, my desktop is like 5 or 6 years old, so... Alright, obviously Fable was pretty much the best card I could have drawn. Love to see it. Yeah. Literal best card I could have drawn, right? Slows your connection only because it goes from hop to hop, but that's normal. I think Lizards use a VPN actually. Tell her. Alright, well, we got a live testimony. I swear Sizzle Skeleton is not a paid actor, nor a member of my family, nor one of my good friends. Sorry, Sizzle Skeleton. Alright, let's see. So, relevant cards at this point are Fable, Strike It Rich. If I do draw Strike It Rich, I mean, I don't really need lands, do I? Oh yeah, lands are good with Wrenn and Six. Alright, yes, I'll discard Ending into Teferi. Oh, I'm dumb. I could have gotten back a land. It was Wrenn and Six. Alright, now I have to deal with Wrenn, and they need something for creativity on Fable next turn. Yeah, I should have discarded a land. That was really bad. Probably both. Yeah. I lost focus. Listen, I get it. Monkey. Do we alter weight? Oh, you got your answer. I do win the game with creativity though. Oh, it didn't even have Delirium. Brutal. Can they have anything for 1 blue? They could have Orvar. I have not done that. There's no point. At least they don't have Delirium. If I have Delirium, I might have lost this game. Wrenn would be on 2. The games are so random against Murktide. Like 2-0 felt pretty good. Other one, I guess it's been. The other one was like close to 1, had bad hands. Not bad, 5-2. I'm not gonna make top 8 though. My breakers were not great. Let's see who's gonna make top 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5, 6 ones are better. There's wow.